Do you know where the lamp is? Because this is like giving a bit of a glare. Is it next door? Sorry, you know, Caleb. That's just his crotch, by the way.
Lovely crotch, sir.
Bacon! Bacon is my podcast! Bacon! Bacon! Bacon is my... Bacon! Bacon is my podcast! Bacon! Bacon is my...
What's up, guys? Welcome. It's Bacon is My Podcast. We are a life podcast. We are a living podcast. We are a What's Your Day About podcast. We are a podcast where we talk to people sometimes, and we're a podcast where we talk to each other all the time. We're a podcast where this is our late taping, and we've been taping all night, and we've been drinking a lot. So that's what you get right now. That is what you get. But welcome to Bacon is My Podcast. How you doing?
This is the intro.
Yeah,
this is.
I just came at that intro. Hard. I had a lot of energy.
Hard.
I had a lot of energy.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to say. He said it all.
I said
I'm
a lot.
Mike.
I'm Jimmy.
He's Jim. We are Bacon is My Podcast.
We want to thank you for tuning in. We want to thank special thanks real quick to our sponsors.
Yes.
Barkbox, Fresh Clean Teas, Paramount Plus, Pod Decks,
and Sports Legacy Supplements.
Sports Legacy Supplements. Thank you guys for helping the show go. And a very special from us to you. We absolutely love you. Thank you to all of our people on Patreon. Thank you to all
BIMP
of
squad.
Our patrons, the BIMP squad.
I mean,
the
maybe
team,
the
all of them.
Junior Bacons.
The Junior Bacons, the Bacon Doubles, all of them. All of you on Patreon.
Junior Bacon.
Thank you for our patrons. We appreciate you. You guys help the show keep going.
Bacon Bits.
You help keep it free for everyone, which is awesome. Bacon Bits. Yeah, if you go on there, there's all kinds of extra content, special stuff. Today we have a really cool interview with Fleur Shomo.
So here's the thing with this one is I enjoy their podcast.
Their podcast is My Top 5 Pod. So
I do enjoy their podcast. On the other hand, I don't necessarily enjoy the viewpoints.
They make some choices
on all their podcasts.
I'm gonna let you guys know right now, and like you too, like Mike was very angry this episode. In this interview, he had bones. He had bones to pick.
I had bones to
pick. And he picked them.
I did?
He picked them.
I mean, I say shit.
Yeah.
When I need to say shit.
He does. He does not hold back. And to her credit.
Oh, no, she took it on all head on.
And she came right back. Right back. This is a little bit of a long episode. It's a little bit of a long interview. So we appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to it. If you need to spread it out over a couple episodes, it's totally fine. But honestly,
you want to listen to the whole thing.
It's a really good interview. She's super cool. She was so fun to talk to. I can't wait till you'll hear it at the end. I totally book us on her podcast at the very end.
Well, let me check the calendar.
Well, I totally plant the seeds for booking us on the podcast. I'm the seed planter. You are the waterer of that seed.
Okay.
Right? You make things happen. I plant seeds.
Okay. Sure.
Right? That's what I think.
Okay.
So hopefully we'll be on her podcast. But she was on ours.
Yeah. Like she's got like she's like on a signed podcast.
Right.
But
is a signed podcast like a signed band?
God, I hope not.
I hope not too. I've been a signed band. It doesn't really do anything.
Yeah. Well, you like more than nowadays, but
it doesn't do much. It really doesn't do much.
And now, like, well, we'll see. We'll see.
We will see. I think podcasts might be different.
I think podcasts might be different.
Maybe.
Either way. By the way, you may notice by her accent
she might be British. coincidentally, after we did our British chips taste test,
Yeah.
which we do talk about chips and food and all that kind of stuff. We talk about a little bit of everything.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. She's gluten free.
We didn't
But-
talk about that.
No, she's gluten free, but she loves French fries.
She does love French fries.
Doesn't like curly.
She
fries.
hates curly fries.
Fuck that.
Like with a passion, kind of. But she brought up a good point about the curly fries. I mean, you guys
Shut up, Jim.
Okay. All right. Well, you'll hear it. You'll hear it.
Anyway, just listen now.
So we're gonna go to her interview.
I'm not angry.
We're gonna go to her interview right now. Enjoy.
On your fitness journey, extraordinary results require extraordinary action. Your training and quality of nutrition is definitely key, but adding a well-developed nutritional supplement protocol will push your results to the next level. And that's where Legacy Sports Nutrition comes in. Legacy Sports Nutrition believes that everything you want to achieve in life can be aided by optimizing human performance. All of their formulas have been professionally developed for both men and women and are made to the highest quality standards. Legacy Sports Nutrition is a brand founded and operated by athletes who have been performing at world-class levels for decades. And when I say athletes who perform at world-class levels, I truly mean it. This is NWA World Heavyweight Champion Nick Aldis's company, so you know these items are absolutely championship quality. Go to LegacySups.com and use the promo code BACONPOD and you'll receive 10% off your order. Once again, that's LegacySups.com. Use the promo code BACONPOD for 10% off your order. Set your goals, push your limits, and leave your legacy.
I love that you do what I do when I have to, I get a guest on and then we have to, if it's someone I don't know, we have to interact. And then I have to switch to the intro to the podcast. It's so funny. Right. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
It's honestly, I've only ever been a guest on one other podcast, so it's just funny to hear the intro aspect from a different perspective.
From a different side.
I love it.
We've never been guests on anybody's podcast.
Individually,
as far as
for our bands we have,
but for our bands we have.
For the podcast we have not.
But yeah, that's funny because I haven't even thought about that.
Well, it's because we were chatting and then you were like, "What's up?" I was like, "Oh, that's his podcast voice. I do the same thing."
Awesome. I don't think. Do I have a podcast voice?
Kind of.
Because
all
right. So
game showy
we're local band guys. So you always get we've got these guys that have the hey. How are you guys? Yeah. Where it turns into the Sweet 16 DJ voice.
Right.
And it's
how's everybody doing tonight?
Long Island, New York, how are you doing? Dude, you live here. Right. Relax.
Is that where you guys are in
we're in
New York?
Yeah.
I miss New York so much.
Yeah, we don't. You can have our spots if you want.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sure.
I fucking love New York.
Well, we're in Long Island, so it's not really.
But it's not that far.
New York adjacent.
It's not that far. It's true. That's true. I love going.
Still the same state.
I hate coming back.
Well, you're talking more like the city, and
I'm talking Manhattan. I
love Manhattan.
I've been to Long Island though.
Yeah, I when it especially when it comes to a show, I don't want to go to Manhattan. Fuck that.
Oh really? Why?
I hate it. Hate it. It takes just as long to take the train and walk and this and that. It costs way more. The ticket price is way more. I went to a show. Actually, I saw a Day to Remember in Beartooth, and
I was at that show. That's funny. At Terminal 5.
I Prevail. No, I didn't go to Terminal 5. Fuck
that.
What
was that?
I went to Mohegan Sun.
Oh, I wasn't at that. I don't know what Mohegan.
I went to Mohegan Sun. The ticket.
Terminal 5.
Fuck Terminal 5. I went to Mohegan Sun. I stayed overnight with my wife.
So much rage.
I didn't have the kids or anything, so we got to spend the night at Mohegan Sun, go to the show, eat meals, and it was cheaper than the ticket to go to Terminal fucking 5.
Where's Mohican Sun though? That sounds like a
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
So it's about it was like a 2-hour drive.
Yeah.
Which isn't terrible.
40-hour train up to Penn. Yeah. We'll get, as Price would say.
Yeah. Well, so fucking
so much anger.
But apparently, fuck Terminal 5. Yeah, fuck that place.
No, dude, that place sucks. They got that column like right in the middle.
No, yeah, the layout is very questionable. Yeah, I agree with that. But last time I was there, I was hammered.
Irving Plaza.
Did Irving,
Webster
but the
Hall.
floor is the floor at Irving is too skinny. People can't like mosh.
Yeah. They have to. Like,
and then Webster Hall, like downstairs, too tiny. I was there for like
the downstairs is small.
Yeah, I don't know. So hello, listeners. My husband is a man called Beartooth. They did a release show for their second album at the downstairs Webster Hall.
Oh yeah, that place.
And they just did it for just like they did one in LA, they did one in New York, whatever. They were just like, we just want somewhere tiny, just go nuts. I have never been so fucking sweaty my entire life. And everyone was going nuts because I think the night before Kanye had like done some secret show there or something. And so the whole place was just like on crazy lockdown because people were still showing up and they were like, dude, this was yesterday, calm down. And then we went to the bar opposite called Black and White. And yeah, it's one of those nights where you're like, my hair is sweated off my head. I don't want to see people, but we have to. It's a launch party. Let's just do this. But yeah, Webster Hall is tiny downstairs. I don't know if I've ever been upstairs at Webster Hall.
I saw a pretty cool spot.
I saw a Silverchair up there.
Okay.
And that was a really good show.
Silverchair, wow.
I saw Guns N' Roses up there.
Oh, okay. Show off.
How?
Yeah.
He's like 87 years old.
I was going to say, how old are you?
So when Guns N' Roses were coming up,
because the last time I saw Guns N' Roses, he was overweight and terrible.
It was the Guns N' Roses that came back, the Chinese Democracy Guns N' Roses.
So it was Axl and Friends. It was not Guns N' Roses.
Axl.
Okay, that doesn't count.
Axl and Buckethead.
That doesn't count. Well, I mean, we've been well into this.
It was Axl Rose singing "Welcome to the Jungle." It counts.
I mean, I used to go to a festival in England called Reading Festival, and I remember them. They were headlining, and they came on like an hour late or something.
Oh yeah,
because he wasn't allowed to be woken up from his nap.
Right.
And so they cut the street because they have a time curfew.
Yeah.
So they had to cut it. And he was going nuts, and they were like, "Yeah, you should just woken up, you piece of shit."
Yeah, you should actually do your job.
Well, okay. So I feel like whatever just happened there should definitely stay in the episode.
We're in the episode.
We're in the episode.
We're already in.
There's no intro for this one.
So
yeah, there's no
for
intro,
anybody,
but you can do it now.
We're gonna do it. Yeah.
So for anybody who's wondering what they're listening to, even though we did an intro before this, welcome to Bacon's My Podcast, where it's our duty to disagree with personal preference.
You fuckers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm suing you. I'm
sorry. We're here with Fleur Shomo from My Top 5 Pod, which is an awesome podcast where they get guests on and they go, hey, what do you want to talk about? Make a top 5 list. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And
super cool concept.
I love it.
What did that come out of? Like, was that the idea for the podcast, or was that just kind of like, hey, we do this to people all the time, and let's film it or let's record it?
No, my whole life, I think that everyone has a top 5. So my whole life, and I'm just talking like as a basic level, everyone has a top 5 celeb crushes. Like you just have them. You might like have some on the bench that you sub in every so often, but you have your top 5 set. You know who you love as a celeb crush. It kind of it wasn't off the idea of Friends, where Ross has a top 5 and he laminates it, and it's a whole mess for him. But I've always grown up with the perception that I don't know if it's just me, because I've always been very celeb focused in my life, as opposed to crushes. And so I've always been like, everyone has a top 5. No matter what they say, they have a top 5 crush. And so I would always be like, who's your top 5? And so I was originally going to start an app, which This is trademarked, everybody. You can't do this. Don't steal this idea from me.
We'll edit it out.
We'll edit it out.
No, you're fine. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
So I spoke to my friend. It's actually in production. Not really, but whatever. My friend, and I was like, everyone has a top 5. You know, I mean, think back to like MySpace, like your MySpace top 8.
Yeah.
Everyone has that. So I was like, I wanted to create an app. Hey, we're old. We have a MySpace top 8. Yeah. So you probably joined when it was like MySpace, like top 16 or 20 or something. You're probably that person. But
no, I'm pretty. So
I was like, I want to create an app where people can share their celeb top 5s, and they can have a sub bench and share it with their friends and all this kind of stuff. And then I was like, honestly, everyone just has a top 5 of a range of different shit in their life that they are really into. Because I have top 5s of so many different things. Obviously, I've had to think of more top 5s since the guests picked the top 5 subject. But straight off the bat, I was like, I have a top 5 episodes of this. I have top 5 songs of this. I have top 5 albums of this. And I was like, everyone in the entire universe has a top 5 of something. And so I was like, I think this could be a really good idea for a podcast. I went to my brother-in-law because Caleb is a great like guest co-host when he needs to be, but I knew he was going to be on tour all the time. So I was like, I can't make him a consistent host.
Right.
And so I asked his brother, because we're actually really close, like brother-in-law, sister-in-law dynamic. Like the 4 of us spend all our time together. We love spending time together. So shout out to Luke and Ali. Luke is my co-host. So I asked my brother-in-law if he would be the co-host, because he is ridiculously funny about the weirdest things. So I was just like, you're the guy. So, and he was like, okay, if you want me to be. And I was like, absolutely, you're hilarious. So yeah, he said yes, and then it worked out.
Commercial break.
What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for joining us. We really do appreciate it. And before we get into this week, if one episode just isn't enough for you and you need a little bit more Bacon is My Podcast, head on over to patreon.com/Bacon is My Podcast. Over there, you will get access to monthly live streams, discounts on merch, early and commercial-free access to Bacon is My Podcast episodes. Some of them are even extended surprise giveaways, additional shows, including Tasting is My Passion, and, of course, Cooking with Bacon is My Passion. And oh yeah, you get a crap ton of music. That's right, all of Jimmy and Mike's bands, previous, current, whatever it is, you'll get access to that music, demos, and much, much more. Just head on over to patreon.com/Bacon is My Podcast and learn what the hoopla is all about. Yeah, shout out to Luke, because quarantine baby, right?
Yeah, he just had a son called Ozzy 3 months ago now. He's still very new. Well, he might be older than that. I don't know what month it is. My time.
Still got that new baby smell going on.
I don't know what a new baby. I'm not so into babies, but he's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I got 2 of them, so like.
Oh, really? Good for you.
Yeah. They're older and smellier now, but but they once had a new baby smell.
You don't have the smelly kids. You don't have the smelly.
Yeah. Well,
that's okay if they're smelly.
He doesn't
that's
see
fine.
them all the time. He doesn't know what the fuck.
All
right,
yeah.
Yeah. No, but
son,
you know,
my son is turning 8. He's 8.
Oh, okay.
And he fucking smells sometimes. like
wait till he hits 13.
I know. Right. After Taekwondo, he's got because they do sparring.
Oh, Taekwondo,
and stuff,
Jesus.
And he does like the headgear, and man, he stinks. So
yeah, I mean headgear and stuff. No thanks. But not for me.
Yeah. Like that's super cool. Luke is very passionate about the sports stuff.
Oh yeah, love how he
in a lot of the episodes, I love how he doesn't necessarily know about the subject, and he really leans into that. I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of I'm gonna take some artistic license with some of this.
Yeah, he does that a lot. So I deal with all the booking and emailing and figuring out subjects because sometimes people will be like, I've got a few in mind. What do you think about this? And I'll be like, okay, this is the best one. Like we just had a guest who's from a TV show, and she was sending over like 20 options. And then the next day was like, wait, I've just thought about this. And I was like, okay, calm down. We'll hone in on this one and change it slightly. And then she replied and was like, see, this is why you do what you do. Because I was like, okay, we just need to tighten this up and do this one. So I do that. And then I just throw it at Luke and like, we're doing this. And he's like, okay. I will say that we do try, like I always say to our guests, please try not to make it too personal, because we have to also do the top 5, which makes it a little bit more difficult, because sometimes people might want to be like top 5 experiences to do with this certain subject, or top 5 this of this of this. And I'm like, okay, we haven't lived through that. I never say that to them, but in my head, I'm like, we haven't lived through that. So how can we adjust this slightly that we can do a version of this? But we have always spoken about the fact that if someone comes up with a subject that we just can't relate to in any way, that we'll be like, this is a great subject. For this episode, I'm just going to do this. And we're just going to do a random topic that isn't anything to do with the chosen topic, which I'm actually, I don't know when this episode's coming out, but we're recording one on Sunday. And I've already had to choose a different, completely random subject that our guest does not know about, that I'm just going to spring on them and just be like, this is great for you two because it works for him and Luke. Yeah. And I'll be like, I'm just going to do this.
Nice.
So yeah, no, it can throw up like awkward, like, can we tweak it slightly? But yeah, Luke, bless him, I'm just always like, we're recording on this day. This is the guest. This is the background. You probably already know about them. And this is the subject we're doing. Good luck.
Now, how did you land on the, because I can imagine, like, was that the idea of how to get the topics right off the bat? Like, we'll have them send us this many, or did you try it a couple different ways that kind of didn't work and then tried to make it work? Or what was the way to make that? Because again, like you said, they're going to come up with a million different things, or sometimes having somebody else come up with something is, maybe they're not good at coming up with stuff, and you're kind of walking them through things. How did you go about kind of?
It's honestly kind of funny, because most of our guests immediately know, because like I said, everyone has a subject they're passionate about, and they're like, oh, I have a top 5 of this. And you're like, okay, yeah, I could make that work. It's honestly, like the more famous, like the TV movie people that are the most ambivalent. They're like, oh, we could do this and this and this. And they've like kind of float through topics, and you have to just ground them and be like, okay, we're doing this. Calm down. This is going to be fine.
Right.
Yeah, it's funny. Like a lot of people will immediately reply with, let's do this or this, and we'll just pick one of the two. So it's honestly been quite easy. It's very rare that you get someone that is suggesting either one that you have no idea about and you're like, oh, try again, or like 5 that are like, do any of these apply? Like, it's honestly been quite easy. Like, it sounds like it wouldn't be, and sometimes I do have to push, but more than anything, like I said, people already know what they're really passionate about, and they already have a top 5 in mind.
Right. Well, I like the topic a lot, just because, we kind of approach our show in a very kind of like, hey, we're talking to somebody interesting. We're not trying to hit a time thing. We're not trying to hit, like, we have to hit these questions or anything like that. It's like, let's ask a few things, but if the answer to a question opens up something, let's pivot and let's talk about that, or let's figure out what they're interested in. And I'm way more interested, like we both are, anybody that we talk to, we're way more interested in finding out what they're into versus what they're promoting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So that's like how I that's how I frame my emails to everybody. Like if I'm emailing agents or managers or publicists, my frame is always like, everybody, like, not like everybody has a top 5, but we want to do this as not a boring standard interview. This is a chance for your person to talk about something they actually want to talk about, what they love, which is funny because a lot of the time, the TV people, they're like, they're not doing any promo right now, so come back in 3 months or something. And I'm like, well, I don't care if they're promoting
we don't need
anything.
It.
I want to know about them. Yeah.
Right.
But
I gotta
funny.
tell you. I gotta tell you, like, because I'm the one sending those emails.
Yeah.
And
like, it's tiresome.
Sometimes like you get people who are just like, nope, they're not doing anything. I was like, and it's like, well, PR agents especially.
Yeah, especially.
It's like cool, they're not doing anything, but you're obviously getting paid to do something.
Right.
So who do you have that is interested in doing some PR work?
Yeah. It's honestly,
you gotta like pull it out of them.
And honestly, also, especially like during Corona, I was like, nobody's doing anything. Like,
right.
It's who is?
Well, see,
nobody's releasing anything.
Does anybody like to talk about themselves? I bet they do.
100%. Especially if they're in Hollywood, they love it.
Yeah.
Right. It's so funny because like I almost found like all of a sudden, boom, out of nowhere. Like we didn't really start this as like, let's have guests.
Right. Yeah.
We didn't. Like we had his girlfriend on once and that was it. And all of a sudden I was just like, screw it out. Like this person has a contact on their Instagram. I'll just email.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a PR agent that they deal with. And then like, I just got the ball rolling, but like COVID, it just seemed like everybody wanted to talk about shit for us.
Well, people like to talk. People like to meet people. People like to. We were all stuck inside.
It was for a little while. Yeah, we started the podcast. It wasn't originally for that, and then we got into that, and
I feel like
it was like human interaction was like important to people.
Yeah. Well, that's what I like about your topics is that it can be, your top 5. They're not just going to list off their top 5 and then, okay, roll credits. It's like you're going to say something and it's going to invite discussion because someone's going to disagree, or someone's going to be like, "You're out of your mind," or someone's going to be like, "I didn't even think of that."
I sometimes feel guilty because sometimes we have guests and I'm like, I don't think they knew that we were also doing our top 5, and so they're like super famous people. I'm like, yeah, we're also, you're gonna have to listen to us. So.
Right. Yeah.
We also like, I decided that was going to be a thing because I wanted it to, so guests could get to know us too. We didn't want to just be like, tell us this.
Right.
And then just have the person talk, because I was like, otherwise we're not going to be people that people care about, which obviously isn't that important. But I was like, I feel like when it comes to that stuff, when you look at like Graham Norton or Jonathan Ross or Jimmy Kimmel or whatever, they're just as important as the guests because they're hilarious. They take part in what happens.
Yeah.
And I was like, if we want to make this not about us, but if we don't want to make it 20 minutes and just about what they're going to talk about, then we need to also be participating and doing our top 5, which is probably selfish and self-promoting, and no one gives a shit what we're saying.
No, you know what? I will disagree because I think that you're absolutely right. Like if you just have them on and they talk about themselves, then whoever's interested in them is going to come on the show and listen to it and check it out, and then they have no reason to ever come back.
Yeah.
Right.
But
if they know a little bit about you and they like your
and plus
style.
I'm hilarious, so
exactly.
You're hilarious, but you piss me off sometimes. I have some bones to pick with you.
Oh, I'm good for this. Do it. I will fight it. Let's go.
It is bone picking time. All right.
I'm so up for bone picking because but like I said, it's our duty to disagree with personal preference. So I am down for the disagreeing.
Mm-hmm.
Always love it. People rarely do it on our show, and I so want it to happen. So go for it.
Don't go away. We'll be back right after these messages.
Okay, so in a world of streaming services, where can you find breaking news, live sports, and a mountain of entertainment? Look no further than Paramount Plus. With plans as low as $5.99 per month, you'll gain access to the following: live news from both national and local CBS networks, live sports from the NFL, NCAA, PGA, and much, much more. Your favorite MTV, BET, Nickelodeon, and Comedy Central shows from past and present. New original content like The Stand or Star Trek Picard or SpongeBob's Camp Coral. Smithsonian Channel shows and documentaries, movies, and much, much more. Go to baconismypodcast.com, click on the sponsors tab, and click on that Paramount Plus link, and open yourself to peak streaming service. That's baconismypodcast.com, click on the sponsors tab, then on the Paramount Plus link, and dive into thousands of episodes, live TV, original series, and hit movies right now. Do it.
Okay. So yeah.
So get this right.
So I'll be like, I'm Mike and I'm Damien. Well, I like the consuming though. That's a good line.
No,
and we are Felicity, and you are consuming. Bacon is my podcast.
And you are consuming.
And you are consuming. That's a good adjective. That's a good verb. Verb.
All right, you got it? Do you want to practice again, or you got it?
Let's try it. I'm Mike.
And I'm Damien.
And we are Felicity. And you are consuming. Bacon is my podcast.
So it particularly happens. We're big comic book nerds.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
I think I'll make you happy with what you're going to say next.
She's like,
so.
Some of them.
No, you're fine.
No. There's more than one.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry. And then there's also something that you've said recently on social media that got a problem with.
You're so mad today.
Oh,
I love it because I'm usually the mad one, so I'm all about being mad. So let it out, man. Let it out.
So aggressive.
We will
Fleur.
argue. I will love it.
It's great.
Fleur.
Yeah.
Spider-Man sucks. Come on.
I mean, come on. No, I mean, come on. Tobey Maguire? Come on.
Well, no. Not Tobey Maguire.
Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. No, I don't mean Spider-Man. I meant like Tobey Maguire
Well,
Spider-Man.
you said Peter Parker.
Well, I mean, okay. No, you're right. I did say he's like a loser that gets bitten by a spider and thinks he's cool. Very true. But I will give it to you that like, Into the Verse or Into the Universe. What's it called? I can't even remember now. Yeah. Into the Spider-Verse. Love that.
Such a good movie.
All the Tobey Maguire shit. Get rid of that. I'm just not about like.
I don't like emo suit Tobey Maguire.
No, nobody does. Did anybody like that? Yikes!
But Tobey Maguire's
nobody
not
likes
Spider-Man.
it.
Tobey Maguire's not Spider-Man, but he's a good Peter Parker.
But the concept of Spider-Man.
Well, yeah, because he's a loser.
You're saying like a loser.
But that's what he's supposed to be.
Yeah, no, I get that, but I'm just like, ugh.
How does Spider-Man suck over because Spider-Man to me is the anti-Superman.
Right.
Superman.
Well, I never was out there being like, I love Superman.
Well, no, yeah, she's.
Well, no, I'm just saying like, if to me personally, if I'm looking at what makes this character good and what makes this character boring or bad. If I look at Superman, I'm bored out of my mind because
absolutely.
He has no weaknesses except a rock from his planet. Cool.
A rock that glows green.
Yeah, a glowing green rock kills him. But other than that, no one can touch him. He's absolutely perfect. His life is perfect. He has no problems. Dude is just he's acting like a loser. Because he's like, I'm so perfect, I have to act ridiculous to make anybody believe for a second that I'm human.
Yeah, I get it. So two things I'm kind of like, it's weird because right now, me and Caleb literally started the Marvel Universe. We were like, we've never done this. Let's do it in chronological order.
Yeah, where are you guys at?
We're currently at Captain America. Winter Soldier.
Oh, that's probably my favorite.
Great one.
Yeah,
honestly.
That's a ton of people say that, and I'm honestly loving it. But I was kind of like, so far, none of the except for Thor, I think that none of them are just born the way they are, and that kind of blows my mind because I never really thought about it. And Spider-Man belongs in that because Superman is also like 4 from another planet.
Right.
Has the superpowers.
Right.
Because he's from another planet. And I never really thought about it, but anyone that's from here that is a superhero has somehow something has happened to them to make them that way. But Spider-Man, I'm kind of like, I'm also in this camp of, yeah, they need to be made, but also, why do they always choose the person, except for like Wolverine, love of my life, that I'm like, it's always like someone that has to be like hard done by or is a bit of a loser, and they suddenly this has happened to them, and I'm like, okay, enough. Like, I know they're writing it for like the nerds and all those people, but you know, sometimes someone can be cool and something cool happens to them and they become a superhero, like Wolverine.
Okay,
that's true.
Okay, that's true. You know what?
Like Spider-Man, I get it.
I get your I get your argument there.
Well, he was the first.
He was the first like
every
loser
other hero that has like
Wolverine was a mutant before he was.
He was, yes,
yes,
and they like excelled it to be amazing. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So a lot of them, like,
you've explained yourself.
So Captain America, which I didn't realize, the CGI is over the top in the first Captain America. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
But he's like this tiny, scrawny thing, and I'm like, his head is so big for his body. Why did they do this?
Great.
And then obviously he becomes his like giant self. But I'm like, okay, it's always got to be this like down on his luck kid. And I get it, it's the audience, but I'm like, come on. Like, it's okay for someone like cool that isn't mean, but is still a good person that's cool to have a fucking exceptional ability.
Okay. I'm going to skip to question number to gripe number 3 out of 4.
Oh, okay. I'm opinionated, everybody.
While Storm is not awesome.
No.
Thank you.
She's really not the worst X-Men.
Okay, who is the worst X-Men? Because you might be going for like a deep.
Without question.
Yeah, no, I could agree with that. I think they're on a par. One, he's the dick, and 2, I have a beam that I can just release. Fuck off.
Right.
Yeah. No, I think they're equal because Storm is like, she's kind of actually very similar that I've noticed to is 4. She like whips up a storm,
right.
Except she doesn't have the cool, device to throw at someone's head.
Right, and
she just has lightning. A lot of
beer.
Yes.
Yeah, same. So it's like, no, throw them in the bin together, set them on fire. It's fine. We'll do without them.
Okay. All right. Then you know what? I'll get to number 2 then.
Okay. Number 2, because
number 4 is important.
Are these ranked in
so do we go with number 2?
Top 5.
Or do we do number 4?
He only picked 4. I thought it was when I saw 4 numbers there. I was like, really? You're not going to go for the 5?
I know.
You have a number 5?
You're not going to go for the 5?
You have a number 5?
You should have got a top 5.
You should have.
But I don't.
That's poor planning.
But
lazy booking, my friend.
It's not lazy booking. It's I agree with some of the things that she says. That's all.
Yeah, I'm awesome. It's fine.
She's pretty awesome. So should I go to number 2 or should I leave the superhero realm?
No, we're already there. We're in it.
We're there. Let's discuss it. Okay.
Batmobile sucks. Come on.
See, I feel like it's a specific Batmobile.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm thinking like Val Kilmer era. When you, I don't.
Okay. Stop talking.
Question over.
Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer era.
No, the Michael Keaton one was great.
No, I don't mean how cool it looks. I mean literally, like, because it was the 90s. When it's on video, it literally looks like you could just like blink at it and it would fall apart. It's going down a road and the plastic is going.
The plastic is moving. Yeah, it's
ridiculous.
The George Clooney one when it freezes and they open the door and the ice is wobbly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never saw the George Clooney one because I fucking hate George Clooney. But I never saw that one. But I mean, modern Batman, it's slick as shit. Is
that number 5 for you?
No.
Oh, you're upset about George Clooney.
I am not.
Modern Batman, it looks amazing. Like the bike in The Dark Knight is so cool.
Super cool. Yeah.
Like when he's like going in
Tumbler.
the underground.
The
and so good. But old Batman, it's rickety, and he's like, "This is what I've got," and it's like, If I was a woman in that era and he's trying to impress me, I'd be like, "Okay, you stuck some plastic on a Lamborghini. Good for you."
Okay,
you've ruined the Lamborghini.
How do you feel about like really old school Batman, like the TV show Batman?
Adam West.
Yeah, like the Adam West. Like I know that car. I don't know why I know that car, but I know that I grew up knowing that car. You know.
I don't remember it that much. I'm
cool
sorry.
No,
yeah, I'm sure we're probably the same age, but I distinctly remember like the Adam West Batman. I just don't remember the car. So, really did it shake a lot? Did it shake a lot?
It didn't shake a lot because they didn't show it a lot. They just showed it like driving away, and
they just showed the dust.
They just showed the back of it, which I thought was pretty badass.
That's pro move. Don't show the mistakes. Show the danger.
Don't show the mistakes. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that 100%. 100%. I always thought like the original Batmobile was a really cool looking car. I
think they've had some
people have bought like replicas of it and stuff that I've seen.
They've done a lot of artistic license with it on every movie, and sometimes I think it's a big hit and miss, and sometimes it looks great. So
yeah. I mean, you look at '90s stuff, and it's clearly.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Batman Forever is one of the best Batmans. Because before you judge me, because I was very young, and it was the first Batman I saw because I was young.
Okay.
And I loved the Riddler. I was all about the Riddler, and Tommy Lee Jones. Fucking loved Tommy. That Batmobile is sick.
Right?
Like I know that my husband would literally buy that right now.
That's amazing looking.
that is amazing. Batmobile. Yeah, now look up Batman Forever Batmobile. And it rattling as it drove away down like just not even fast, just down a country lane.
Don't hit any bumps or everything's gonna shake.
Yeah, literally. But no, so Batman Forever was the first Batman I ever saw because I was young. Okay. And I love Tommy Lee Jones. I love Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
and
great.
It looked sick, but it literally rattled in every take.
Terrible.
Like the back bat bit swang so much, and I was like, "This thing is gonna fall apart." You don't even have to throw a firebomb at it. You could just breathe on it. It's falling apart.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But no, I loved Batman Forever. The one after that with George Clooney, I never saw because I was like, I was over it by that point. Because then I retro watched all the Michael Keaton and loved him, and then the Arnold Schwarzenegger Iceman or whatever it was, Mr. Frosty or whatever. Terrible. Never saw it. Never saw it.
Chill.
That was that is one of the worst movies of all time.
Oh, 100%.
But
I watched it over COVID because
because you wanted to hate yourself.
Because my girlfriend had never seen all of them, and she was like, I feel like I should see all the Batman movies because she's a Batman fan. And I was like, I don't know if you should see all of them.
Wait, how could she be a Batman fan and not have seen all of them?
Because she was a huge fan of Dark Knight.
She was like, I saw Dark Knight and I love
the best
Batman.
one.
Like, Batman Begins and Dark Knight was huge for her, and she read some stuff and read some graphic novels, and she really liked the Michael Keaton ones, but then she had never seen the George Clooney, and she had never seen Batman Forever. Those two that she had seen.
Yeah.
So she was like, okay, I feel like I need to see them all, and I was like,
I mean, Danny DeVito as Penguin, mind blowing.
That was
great.
So good. I loved how dark they were, and honestly, I got really excited about the next phase because Robert Pattinson, I'm like, could it work? But then they released the trailer, and it's the new Riddler, who I forget his name, but I just watched him in something else. And they were playing like Nirvana, Something in the Way, and I was like, this is going to be dark.
It's going to be so good
and murderous, and I love it.
I'm psyched. Colin Farrell looks crazy as the Penguin.
Yeah, he doesn't even look.
It does
not. Was he in the trailer?
Yeah,
he's not recognized.
He's completely,
not at all.
They changed his
face.
He's
Oswald Cobblepot.
Wow.
They changed his face, and he got he gained a bunch of weight and everything. But they should win something for his prosthetics.
I tell you who it was who was it that was playing the Riddler? I just watched a movie that was really dark and it was about like kidnapping kids. I can't remember. Anyway, let's move on.
We'll be right back.
All right, we got to take a quick time out. As you could probably tell by now, Jim and I, we're t-shirt guys, and we're always looking for the most comfortable and best fitting t-shirts possible when it comes to ourselves or our merch. Sometimes they're soft and they unravel in a few washes. Sometimes they're durable, but they feel like sandpaper on your nipples, and it's just not our thing. Well, maybe it's Jim's thing, but it's definitely not my thing. And you know, sometimes you clean your shirts, and from sweating at work or on stage, they just kind of get all funky even after you clean them. Well, Fresh Clean Tees is a solution for all your t-shirt woes. With multiple styles and colors, they keep you looking so fresh and so clean. Go to baconismypodcast.com, click on the sponsors tab, and click on the Fresh Clean Tees link, and start looking great and feeling great without spending a fortune. Again, that's baconismypodcast.com. Click on the sponsors tab, then scroll to that Fresh Clean Tees link to start looking comfortable and stylish at affordable prices.
Hey guys, this is Tiade from The World Over Official on Instagram and Spotify, all that good stuff. And Bacon is my podcast. I don't know much, you guys, but Bacon's my passion.
That sounds really gross and
okay.
very psychopathic.
Number four. He's
mad again. He's
my
mad
wife
again.
and I. No. I'm just
no,
saying.
It's fine.
My wife and I, we watch like a lot of like Evil Lives Here. So like,
you watch a lot of what? Sorry.
Evil Lives Here. It's a great show.
Oh, Evil Lives Here. I thought you said Evil Lives. I was like, calm down.
On Investigation Discovery.
Oh my God! Don't even get me started on Investigation Discovery.
Yeah,
awesome.
Woo!
Listen, it's a great show, but way off that. Number 4, my gripe, Fleur.
Oh.
What the fuck is wrong with curly fries?
I love that you went from Investigation Discovery to curly fries. First of all, before I go to curly fries, Investigation Discovery had a TV show called See No Evil, which was about CCTV that had solved crimes.
Oh,
Chilling.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a great one.
Chilling.
But they stopped doing episodes after a little while, so I stopped watching.
Because everyone was so scared. I would watch it, and honestly, if you're listening, don't go to a Target by yourself because you're going to get abducted in the car park.
Yep.
True story.
Casino as well.
Oh, Casino, truly. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, honestly, like Investigation, I was watching See No Evil, and See No Evil is about how CCTV has solved missing people or just crimes in general, and it would show footage, like real life footage leading up to and after and whatever of the crime and how they like obviously solved it. And some of them I for some reason, I do this to myself, and Caleb will be on tour, and obviously I have Rafi, who is 140 pounds and ready to demolish you if you try and break into our house. I promise you. He will definitely murder you. He's even bit one of our friends. So don't think you're safe. But I would watch this when he was on tour because he's not into this stuff. He doesn't like all the dark stuff. He's like, why do you have to listen to and watch and read about everything about serial killers and murderers? Why do you do this? This is so horrifying. I think it's so interesting, but he is very scared of the fact that I do that. And so I'd watch it when he was on tour, and it would be like someone was cycling home and the footage would show them cycling past an intersection and showing someone driving up, and they were meant to go straight, and then they put on their brake lights and turn to follow the person. And I'm like, if that person had cycled like 10 minutes later, they'd still be alive. Like it was chilling. Right. So I was like, I need to stop watching this because I know it's all about timing in life, and what will be horrifying. What was the original question? I hate curly fries. Terrible.
Why?
Terrible.
Why?
Okay,
what's wrong with them?
No, listen to this. It's because I am a fry lover.
I know you're a connoisseur.
Potatoes with everything. Potatoes in every meal. If you're not putting a potato on something, you're doing something wrong. Caleb likes rice on the side of stuff, and I'm like, why would you do that? There is a potato right there. No, curly fries, they cook unevenly. You get a super crispy end, and then the bit that's twirled is usually, because the end is crispy, undercooked. They're usually coated in some kind of chunky, floury grossness that is like, this is flavoring for a curly fry. Terrible, terrible. So many better fries out there.
What's your feeling on waffle fries?
They're good. They're good. They cook evenly. You know, they cook evenly.
I feel like you gotta come to New York, and you gotta go to like a diner. Long Island, go to a diner, get some curly fries. That's where it's
she's
real.
Not wrong about the middle of a curly fry.
No, okay, if you go to an Arby's,
a middle of a curly fry.
No.
Be soggy wherever you go. I like a crispy fry.
No, you got to go to the right diner. You got to go to a good diner in New York.
I will trust you if you can send me a photo of a curly fry where the middle looks just as crisp. If it looks like super burn, if it looks like super burn and then just about cooked, that's a fucking curly fry. So I will accept that photo whenever you want to send it.
Challenge accepted.
So as a fry connoisseur, what's your favorite kind of French fry? Are you like a steak cut fry? Are you a thin fry? Are you like a?
I am the best chip, as I would call it.
Fair. Okay.
In the entire world is a chip shop chip. And you will never change my mind on that. There's no replica in America. So don't even pretend like you've had it unless you've been to the UK.
All right. So explain it. Explain it.
There's no way to explain it. I literally can't. And every time someone's like, this place does fish and chips, I'm like, well, that's great. The fish looks kind of similar. The chips are all wrong. All wrong. We have a different kind of potato in England called a Maris Piper, which you don't get here, which is potatoes are potatoes, I think, but chefs would 100% disagree with me.
Right. The starch content.
Yeah, 100%. But, and, you know, I don't know what it is. They, like, freeze it and fry it, and I can't even explain it, but I am craving it so much because I haven't been able to go to England in a year and a half, and there is not an equivalent in America. I love skinny fries, like proper fries. Mm-hmm. I could eat piles of for days. Yeah. Crinkle fries could eat piles of for days.
Crinkle fries are fantastic.
Yeah, I fucking love crinkle fries. I don't know why everyone hates them. Yeah, we have an air fryer.
Oh,
yeah.
That's the greatest thing ever, right? Yeah.
Ooh, best thing in the world.
That's yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Steak cut I can do in the right mood. They're fine. I never buy curly fries, soz. I don't even know what other options there are. Chunky fries, they're not the same thing.
Why not?
Tater tots.
Tater tots I enjoy, but it's not fry.
Because to me they have to be like super well done.
Oh yeah, super crispy on the outside.
Brown, super crispy.
Yeah, absolutely.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Hey guys, I got a quick question for you. Are you dog people? If you know anything about us, you know that here at Bacon Is My Podcast, our dogs are our family members, right? We love to give them a little something extra to look forward to every month, get them excited, and that's why we subscribe to BarkBox. So every single month, Bruce, Bane, and Bruno are treated to 2 brand new durable toys, plus like uniquely curated packs of treats. It keeps them excited, keeps them engaged. And you never have to like go out shopping for stuff. So if you have a 4-legged furry friend that is your favorite alliteration, we got a special deal for you. Just for being a Bacon Is My Podcast consumer, if you head over to baconismypodcast.com and scroll to the sponsors, click on the BarkBox link, you'll get an extra toy in your first order from BarkBox. So head over, once again, baconismypodcast.com, click on the BarkBox link, and spoil your favorite 4-legged furry friend today. More alliteration. What's your bacon?
Hey, it's Andy.
And it's Dean from Nominee, and you've been consuming Bacon Is My Podcast.
Yeah!
That's it.
Was the delivery too harsh? Should we do that again? Let's do it again.
You want to do it again? You want to do it again? Do it again.
Hi, my name's Andy.
And I'm Dean from Nominee. You've been consuming bacon, my podcast.
Yeah! Yeah! And we're back. And we were just talking about how we have to edit things out sometimes, like people going and peeing, which is why you guys just saw a commercial.
We just went and peed, yeah.
I
would say weed, but that's fine.
That's
the natural thing. Hey,
That's
guys, it's natural.
Exactly.
Natural
Exactly.
thing.
So
when you're hanging out.
So all of you just heard something about BarkBox or Fresh Clean Teas.
Oh, nice, nice.
Well, everybody took a wee.
Are you like us? I have no idea what gets advertised on our podcast. That sounds really bad, doesn't it? We used to when we were independent, I would email everyone, and we got like some really great sponsors because I didn't want our podcast to be one of those ones that had crazy adverts in. And then when we got signed, I thought, oh, okay, we'll have some say, and we really didn't. And I was like, oh, you're just gonna have to let it go.
Well, we're still independent, so
nice.
we're still doing that. But we were lucky.
You get BarkBox, good for you.
Yeah, we were lucky enough to do BarkBox.
Oh, I never eat a BarkBox.
Hey, well, we're dog people here, you know.
I am a huge dog person, so if we after this year, if we have to go independent again, I'm doing BarkBox.
Dude, we love Raffy. Like Raffy is pretty awesome. He's got Bruce. I've got Bane.
I've got Bruce Wayne. He's got Bane.
And then I also have Bruno. Bruno is a new addition, and he's pretty much.
I had a friend that had a giant dog called Bruno, like a big, like Great Dane, but Mastiff. I don't know what Bruno was, but he was wonderful. I haven't seen him in a couple of years, but
see, Bruno.
He's got a tiny.
Oh, really? He's teeny tiny.
Okay, so he's boxer. No, I'm sorry. He's Beagle. Boston Terrier, Bulldog.
Yep.
Mix.
Oh. Okay, so Luke, my co-host, has a Beagle Bulldog mix.
Ooh, nice. Nice.
Called Beasley.
Oh, that's great. I like it.
But the Terrier mix in there, he's probably going to be odd looking.
So he's small.
He's a little odd.
Yeah,
because Beasley kind of odd looking.
Yeah.
So he's small. He's got like the Beagle bark, the
snout.
The snout that's kind of like it's smallish, but not that smallish.
Yeah.
But he's got the Bulldog gait that he's like starting
shoulders
to get. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
But he's also fluffy like a terrier.
Yeah. He's amazing. Yeah.
Mine.
Big dog people.
Bruce Wayne is a French.
He better be all black.
He's a French Bulldog mixed with a Boston Terrier.
Oh.
He was all black when we got him.
That's same with Raffy. When he was born, he was all black because we wanted an all black dog.
He totally went brindle after that. But he looks like he was dropped on his head.
Oh, poor guy.
Because his eyes go in different directions like a lizard. He looks at the world like a chameleon does.
I get it. You can
sneak up on him from the front.
It's pretty awesome because I have a drummer like that.
And those
are great drummers.
We can never let them meet because if they look at each other, we all go back in time.
The world will stop. Yeah.
Never happened. But his tongue's too big for his head, so it just kind of hangs out of his mouth all the time.
I'm not gonna lie, both your dogs sound not beautiful.
Well, Bruce Wayne you can find on Instagram.
In your heart.
On Instagram, we have Bruce Wayne Frenchton. He's very popular. He's more popular than we are. So.
Oh, nice. I honestly, all the time is like, make Raffy an Instagram. And I'm like, it's just because he is the worst dog for taking photos. If you're like, Raffy, the second you get your phone out, he'll look the other way. He knows immediately. If he's doing something cute and I get my phone out to take a video, he stops. If he's like going up to Caleb to do something cute and I get a photo or video, he stops. It's so hard. And everyone's like, do him an Instagram. And I'm like, it would take me 100 hours to get one post. Fuck you, I'm not doing it.
Bruce has, he's camera friendly, but he's got such a dark face.
Oh, right? Bless him. You try and make him look better.
It's awesome. So, like, not only does he have an Instagram, but he also has a TikTok. And I don't know.
Man, you are a stage parent right now.
Yeah. Well, that's not me. That's not me. He's got another stage parent. That's my girlfriend.
I'm just sipping my drink. I got no words. I'm not judging.
She was like, I need to learn TikTok, so I'll learn it with the dog first. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's how it's good. I'll learn it with the dog first.
And then we made a whole clothing line with him too. FrenchtonTees.com. Check it out.
Oh, nice drop.
His dumb face, or
does it get bigger? Oh, okay. I'm not going to put that on Rafi. I'm sorry. If you did like cool stuff for dogs, I might. But I'm not going to put another dog's face on my dog. That would be weird. I don't want to give my dog an.
It's for you.
People.
Okay. I was going to say I don't want to give my dog an inferiority complex.
No, it's for you. Give yourself.
Hey, you know what? COVID hit us all in weird ways. We're all trying to hustle.
We're all just.
Let's make t-shirts with a dog on it.
Thought we would.
Speaking of hustle, we do have to feed the meter, if you will. Okay. We are sponsored by a company called Poddex. Poddex is super awesome. Fleur, you should reach out to them when you're done with this episode. The owner is super duper cool. Basically what this is it's Cards Against Humanity, a little bit cleaner. It's good for people who are just starting podcasts, people who don't have verbal diarrhea like the rest of us. So what they do is they put these decks together, and it helps you get either episodes, interview questions, etc. So if you go to poddex.com right now,
jump on to poddex.com right now, and you can check out what they have. Like Mike was saying, they just have really good. They're basically, it's a deck of cards, and it has interview questions, it has topics, it has show topic ideas for anybody that's just trying to start a podcast or just starting to kind of like get their feet wet into talking to people as far as interviews and things like that. It's really going to help you. There's icebreakers, and it's just. We've been talking the whole night about how like questions can lead to 10 other questions. That's what this is all about.
Right. So what you're saying is I need to go to Poddex and make my podcast better.
No.
We definitely use it to make
I'm saying in general, if you want to start a podcast and you want to make it better, go to this place.
Yeah.
You need to go to poddex.com.
Order their cards.
Order their cards.
They got some cool swag.
And then go, hey, our podcast is cool too. Hook us up.
Now, if you go there, you can always you can put in the promo code
BACON.
Yes, the promo code BACON, and that'll get you 10% off. 10% off your entire order. So go to Poddex, poddex.com, check it out.
They have some awesome and super soft tees.
Yeah,
that are
soft
great.
tees.
It's
not like crunchy. I hate crunchy t-shirts.
Oh, nice. Soft tees all the way.
Oh my God, they're the worst. So soft tees are the best. So right now what we're going to do is, Fleur, we're going to let you choose which pod deck you want to get a random question from, and then we're going to ask you a question from the pod deck.
Nice.
So we have the episode deck, the interview deck, the interview 2. What the heck, and would you rather? Please don't choose the episode deck.
Which one was the episode deck?
That's the first one.
Oh, okay. Well, I was either going to go black because black forever, or green because it's my favorite color. So I guess green, just to be jazzy.
Do it.
Okay, so you
that
went
was
green.
What the heck?
Everybody love what the heck is?
Wait, does everyone love that? If everyone chooses that, I'll do the black.
No,
one.
everyone chooses the.
Everyone chooses Would You Rather.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I honestly thought that more people would want to do the what the heck.
I thought so too. I'm surprised they don't. But
I'm scared.
No, what's funny?
We'll see.
It's great because you never know what kind of questions you're going to get through here because
it's going to be so bizarre.
They're not super racy, right? Because they're for all.
I thought you were just about to be like they're not super racist.
They're also not super racist, which is
most of the time they're not super racist.
Thank God.
I think you should never have to use the word "super" in that sentence. You should just be super racist. They're not super racist.
They're not super racist.
Just only slightly.
Just be like they're not racist.
They verge on.
Yes, you know. They're racist.
Hit me. What does it say?
So,
you're really shuffling those guys.
Yeah, no, I really shuffle them. And the reason why I do that,
the reason he shuffles
is because Jim, despite living in Vegas, can't shuffle.
Cannot.
Oh, yeah. Wait, you live in Vegas?
I used to live in Vegas. Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I lived.
I just like to be like, I'm going to be there in a couple of weeks or something. Yeah. So
I used to live in Vegas. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I would move back there in a second. Never learned to shuffle while I was there. Despite what everybody thinks, when you get a job in Vegas, they don't hand you cards to show you how to.
There's not enough time to learn.
It's not how it works. I was a bartender.
Totally lying.
I know how to make drinks.
He says,
which I feel is less financially stable, but a better skill.
So what we're gonna do is I'm going to fan this deck out.
I'm gonna use
we're doing like proper like.
For real.
I'm gonna use my pointer fingy, and it's gonna go from left to right for those of you that are listening, and you tell me where to stop. And that
are we starting already? I don't know if you're doing a demonstration or not.
Well, it's if you don't say anything, it has become a demonstration.
Okay. Oh, the pause is effective. Stop.
He touched my finger.
He touched my finger.
It's never happened before. I know, right? You didn't know it was your thing.
I was doing a pause for dramatic effect.
It was a good one.
Okay. Wait. Which deck is this? This is the what the heck, right?
This is the what the heck deck. So it could be a question about literally anything. Who knows?
Okay.
I like this question. So, Fleur, what strange thing would you like to happen at your funeral to make people laugh?
Me to pop up and say, it was all a dream.
Psych.
Wow.
Love Biggie. No, God, at my funeral, God, how depressing.
It doesn't have to be. Make it
no, very true. But I'm a very nervous flyer. This will probably come out next week. We fly to Hawaii, and I'm very scared of flying. And I have to fly all the time.
I love Hawaii. It's awesome.
Yeah, I love Hawaii. Really, we got married there. Nice. No, I really love going to places, but I don't love the journey. It got to the point where I wouldn't even drink on planes because I was like, if it's going down, I want to be with it just in case I can like try and escape somehow.
Oh man!
And Caleb's the opposite. He's like, I just want to be. Yeah, Caleb's like, I want to be drunk or out of it on like sleeping pills, so I don't know it's even happening to me. I'm a very nervous flyer. Not like when I'm on the plane, I try and zone out, put on a podcast. I try not to sleep beforehand so I pass out. I'm that kind of person, but I will. Oh my God, I don't even want to say it. I sound horrific. If there has been some kind of plane accident, hopefully where everyone survived, or plane like off the runway crash where no one has died, calm down everybody, and or something of that regard,
right,
within like a few weeks of me flying, it makes me feel a million times better because I'm like, the odds of 2 planes crashing within a month is very small.
I love that you just said that because I was.
And so I really, really wait for that. But
it's so funny because you were saying that, and I was like, I was like, is she saying like that she doesn't like it and everything? And you said that, and I was like, in my mind, I was like, well, I'm just gonna come back with like, it's the law of averages. That's your best bet.
Yeah, literally law of averages.
It's my best bet. And
every time I fly with this guy, okay, I usually let him go first on like the boop, you scan your ticket.
Yeah.
He goes to the plane. He bangs the side of it.
I gotta touch it.
He just goes.
Oh, interesting.
I gotta touch it.
I've never done that.
Yeah. Every time I'm like.
I do have like a strange thing where I have to listen to the safety thing.
Okay.
Like I have no idea when it started, but I was like, I'm dozing. I need to pay attention to the safety thing. That's going to save me. It never would if you're in an actual plane crash.
Right.
But in my head, I'm like, if I
Fight Club.
listen to this, then I'll be okay. Yeah, they're like, just take the position, you'll die quicker.
Yeah.
But in my head, it's like the touch the plane thing. I'll be okay if I literally pay attention to this. So whatever I'm doing, if I'm watching TV, listening to podcasts, I pause it and always pay attention to that. If I'm asleep, I'll wake up and be like, because sometimes I will be that tired that I'm already asleep before the safety thing has happened. So I'm like, that's the one thing that's on my ritual is I have to pay attention to that. I don't touch the plane or anything.
You know why I touch the plane? It's a funny thing, and I don't remember when it started, to be honest. But I just remember always kind of like, I was like, this is my handshake with the plane. This is my deal. I'm like, hey, man.
This is me respecting you.
Hey, man. It's me and you. That's me and you. We're going to do this. We're doing this together. And I don't know when I started thinking like that, but it just kind of happened because I was flying so much over a couple of years. And it was like, all right, well, you know what? That's like me going, we got this.
Yeah, I get it.
I didn't know that bothered you.
Like, I the first time I watched you do that, I was like, what just happened?
Just jinxed us, you bitch.
Don't go away. We'll be back right after these messages.
We know you love your weekly dose of Bacon Is My Podcast. But if you need even more bacon, make sure you head over to baconismypodcast.com where you can engage even more with us. It's a pathway to our music, our extra content, social media pages, and most importantly, some pretty awesome swag for you to show off your bacon. Again, that's baconismypodcast.com. Listen to some tunes, pick up some merch, and tell us what your bacon is.
Hey, this is Brompton.
Hey, I'm Oren. Oh, shit, I forgot I was doing that part.
Hey, what's going on? It's Brompton.
And I'm Oren, and we're Action Adventure.
Should check out our latest release, Pulling Focus, out on Pure Noise Records. And you've been consuming Bacon Is My Podcast.
Fleur, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. Thank you for giving so much of your time. We really do appreciate it.
Chatted your face off. I am so sorry.
Not at all.
No, don't be sorry.
Please cut this way down for your listeners.
For the regular listeners, it'll get cut way down.
Okay, good.
Patreons, it's going raw. That's it.
They're gonna love it.
Good.
It's been fun. I had fun. I hope you had fun. I hope you had a good time.
I did. Yeah.
Good. Awesome.
Please tell everybody where they can hear your podcast.
Absolutely.
Catch you, all that stuff.
And let them know when we're going to be on your podcast.
Oh yeah, let's set that up. Yeah, that'd be fun. Nice. You just sorted yourself out a slot. No,
I just fucking booked us.
Well, your agent's going to be like, yeah, maybe if you pay.
Spoiler alert: I'm the agent.
He's the agent.
I'm the agent.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty cheap. If you let us drink whiskey on your show, we're in.
We're on.
Oh, we always encourage drinking like you guys do, so you're fine. As long as you don't charge us money, you can find us at the My Top 5 podcast. Just My Top 5. If you need to search us, both our last names are Shomo because it's me and my brother-in-law. All our socials are at Instagram, at twitter.com/mytoppod. You can find me at Fleur Shomo because I'm fucking awesome. FLEURSHOMO.
FLEUR. Fleur, thank you so much. We really appreciate your time. This has been fun, and just thank you. Thank you for
yeah. If you're ever bored on a Friday night, just
we tell everybody we kind of treat
let
this.
us know.
If you've been on our podcast, you're part of the family. So if you ever need to promote anything, if you ever need to do anything, come on.
I was gonna butt in earlier because I know you were interviewing Pima, but the Olympic stuff was happening, and I'm a big sports person, so that took precedence over Pima. So
totally fine. He talked a lot of shit about playing golf.
Oh God, yawn. He wouldn't have talked shit about me, but just playing golf because he loves me, so that's fine.
Actually, he didn't talk shit. He did everything he could to not talk shit.
I was totally trying to stir shit up, and I was
Goad
like,
him, yeah.
So Paul Mark, you co-wrote a song with Caleb from Beartooth. Why can you kick his ass in golf? And he was like, well, you know,
Caleb's
Caleb
really
is really
good.
good, and he
He's
goes
I
to
was gonna
like.
say, honestly, Caleb's better than Pima, I think. So Pima can shut his mouth. Love you, Pima.
Well, no.
Drink that, you
He doesn't-
bitch.
That's going to be the intro right there.
Yeah, I shouldn't have even said it. Can you say that again without me saying anything?
I can't remember what he said. It's like Caleb could kick Pima's ass. Drink that, you bitch.
Oh, I like it.
You can cut that and make something from it.
Nice.
Awesome. He was super humble about it. But,
yeah, no, he really was. He was
that's what really made me sad.
Wait.
I think
he was.
I think
he honestly was.
I think what we should do is the Silvertooth Invitational presented by Bacon is My Podcast and My Top 5.
My Top 5 pod.
We should definitely make that happen. Silvertooth is here.
We've got like a really sick golf course by us.
We do actually,
and
yeah.
like
honestly, we actually do.
Yeah, like the PGA Tour comes. I mean, I don't know anything about golf.
I can't play.
He doesn't know anything. Yeah, no. Do you know? No. I mean, we can drink.
Yeah,
I love Ricky Fowler. And that's it.
Yeah, we can drive a golf cart around and let the
every time like Caleb golfs for days, and every so often I'll be like, I think I should come and test out the margaritas, and I'll just be the passenger and just drink while he plays, and I'll be like, yeah, it was a great shot, but I'll be hammered.
If we could get them to do it,
I'll do it.
And then like
or even a pitch and putt.
Well, but if the three of us do play by play, that would be hilarious.
That would be pretty amazing.
Do a live video stream. It'll be fun.
We did a live video stream. We were the play-by-play, and we were just like, coming up next, we have like we totally ham it up. I like it.
I'm all about it.
I think we can make it happen in the next year. Let's do it.
I think we could.
Okay. Fleur, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Do you feel better?
I mean, she had answers.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't like the answers necessarily, but she had answers.
Well,
and
yeah.
That being said, I could respect that.
Absolutely. Yes. She definitely
because especially like
she's opinionated, but she backs it up.
Little peek behind the curtain.
Right.
When I ask questions to our guests, they don't get that. They don't get like the, hey guys, we're gonna ask these questions.
Right.
Mainly because it's Friday now.
Right.
And we finished those questions on Friday.
Right. Yeah. So just so you guys know, yeah, he's absolutely right. Nothing we ask anybody has ever been cleared by them or sent to them.
Right. So that being said, and like I think a lot of that has to do with good taste, and
I agree.
Whatnot, but
I agree. We have immaculate taste.
I will say this: Fleur had plenty of. She had the answers, and I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad.
You know, all that tells me is that every opinion that she says is thought out.
No. Yeah,
she has an answer for it.
You know, I know she's got very limited time. She's got 3 opinions to think about. So I get it.
I disagree with her on Spider-Man.
Totally.
I agree with her on the Batmobile now that she explained it.
Right. That's a little bit different.
Yeah.
You know, like, yeah. Okay. I get how she's talking about it.
Overall, what did you guys think? How did you like the interview? Let us know in the comments. Talk to us. Let us know if there's anything that we should have asked that we didn't. Let us know if you completely disagree with anything that we talked about or any opinion that we had. Let us know in the comments. Totally bitch us out. It's totally awesome.
Yeah. And also, what you need to do is tell us if you disagree with her opinion, so this way we can tell her.
Yeah. We can be like,
personally,
you're wrong, and we're backed up.
Right.
Or tell us that we're out of our minds, and then we'll know.
Yeah. Now we'll know that Jim's an idiot.
We will know that I am an idiot. So where can they find you online?
You can find this idiot
right
at me, my own self, Mike, on all the socials. My band is Something Heavy Music on all the social medias. You can find both of those on Spotify, on Apple Music, and all of those other, whatever.
Nice.
What about you, Jinsey?
You can find me personally at Jimmy G Shoes on Twitter and Instagram. And then you can find Craving Strange at cravingstrange.net. From there, you can get to all of our socials. You can check out our new music. You can check out our videos. You can buy merchandise, all that kind of stuff. So cravingstrange.net, and that'll get you everywhere else. All right. Also, if you check out Bacon Is My Podcast. .com. Baconismypodcast.com.
Yes.
You can listen to episodes. You can check out our merch. We got some cool merch out there. We are rolling out the Grammar Is My Passion series now. So that's live now. That has been only for our patrons for a while now. Yeah. But now you guys can get it. Everybody can get it.
Don't ask me, bro.
Don't ask me, bro. Beware the thesaurus. So,
What's funny is that like a lot of those are not even on the show.
Yeah.
I mean, Thesaurus is that was on the show.
For those of you listening, this just goes to you guys because yes, grammar is spelled incorrectly on the T-shirts on purpose. Don't tell anyone.
You're an idiot.
I thought it was funny. I thought you knew that. Did you not know that?
I didn't even look at
it. You own one.
I do. I've worn it more than once.
Yeah. That's what's funny about it. It says Grammar Is My Passion on it, misspelled. And then it gives you a grammar lesson. I don't know. If one person out there thinks that's funny, I succeeded.
Also, check out at Bacon Is My Pod on all social media outlets. Yeah. And like he said, check out the Patreon. You can get misspelled shirts.
Yeah.
I didn't even know. I had no idea.
That's great.
Yeah.
I thought for sure you do.
Well, I wore a Jackknife Stiletto shirt.
Well, she didn't know. Yeah. They didn't know.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I didn't know myself.
Yeah, grammar's misspelled on purpose.
Well, I wear shirts.
Grammer.
And this is. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So this is like the shirt that I wore. I don't even know what that says.
I don't either, but it's off center.
Yeah. Well, no, it's supposed to be off center.
But it's not on the left like it should be.
I don't know.
I like it.
The back is cool.
I like things like that. The back is cool.
Back.
I like the back.
It's a Malachi Black shirt.
There's a snake biting a hand. Because you know what? Never trust a snake. Jake Roberts taught us that.
DDT.
DDT.
Anyway, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
Mm-hmm.
Also, always,
before you ask yourself, stay in the conversation.
We said this
on Twitter.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
Oh, hashtag.
What's your bacon?
Yeah.
Hashtag Bacon Is My Podcast. Hashtag Bacon Is My Pod. Any of those things. Let us know your questions. Let us know what you want us to ask people. Let us know people you want us to talk to, and we'll get a hold of them. Let us know things you want us to answer, and we will answer them. Stay in the conversation. We will find it. We will check it out, and we'll stay in contact with you. But aside from that, what were you saying?
Always ask yourself,
what's your bacon?
That's the hashtag symbol.
Goddamn right it is.